I'm gonna tell you how this truck is going to save you thousands of dollars. This is the 2022 Toyota Tacoma Trail Edition. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you what the Trail Edition is. We're gonna take it for a drive. I'm gonna show you the coolest feature, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how much this truck is gonna cost you to run. I'm Eric.
And I'm Ethan.
And you're watching RevMatchTV. I'm gonna tell you how this truck is going to save you. And no, this isn't a religious car review channel, nothing like that, but this truck is gonna give you a new religion because you are gonna save thousands of dollars buying this over a Tacoma TRD Pro. That truck starts at about $46,000. This starts at about $39,000. And let me tell you what the Trail Edition is. Another way that this truck is going to save you is you're not gonna get a front air dam, so you're saving on the front air dam. Isn't that very clever? But what you're really getting is you're getting an increase in ground clearance because you don't have the front air dam here. And so one of the things that you get with this package is a 1.1 inch lift in the front, and you get a 1/2 inch lift in the back, and that is due to some higher springs. That's one of the things you get with the TRD Pro. Let me show you one of the other things that I really like about this truck, and that is these beautiful, I really like these wheels. These wheels are stunning. These stunning bronze wheels are 16 inches, and these are wrapped with all-terrain tires. So what you're getting here is a 285/70R16 all-terrain tire, and that's another way you're gonna go off-road with this. Let me tell you what else you get with the Trail Edition. Well, first off, it comes in 4 different colors. This is Lunar Rock. You also get black, you get white, and there is an army green color that you can get as well. This truck is based on the Toyota SR5. And so last year, you could get this in a 4x2 configuration. Now for 2022, this is only in the 4x4, and you only get the 6-speed automatic transmission. But let's move over to the front again, because there's another way that this is going to save you. Now, as I said previously, we don't have an air dam here, but you know what? What Toyota taketh away, they also giveth to you, and what you get is a skid plate, which is cribbed from the TRD Pro, but you don't get all the fancy lettering and stuff, or maybe it's cribbed from the TRD Off-Road, but anyways, you get a skid plate. But now we need to go and talk about one of the coolest features of this truck, which we're going to find in the bed. So as we're going back here, we can see that this is still pretty basic. We get the Trail logo and the 4x4. We get a camera back here. Nothing fancy over here, but once I get in, this is where it starts to get a little bit fancy. So this is a Trail Edition, which means it's designed to go camping. And so this little snowflake over here, no, this isn't for people that are upset over the truck for whatever reason and being a snowflake. None of that kind of stuff. You push this button here like a man, you open this up, and guess what? You got a Pepsi in here. Now the Pepsi doesn't come with the truck, but you can put a bunch of ice in here, you can put a bunch of drinks in here and fill this up, and this is a cooler built into the truck. And I checked, yes, there is a drain plug too, so when you're done with that, you can just drain it out. And these are integrated into the bed. They don't come as a separate feature, which I don't know if I like that or not. So you do get lockable storage. That side is insulated, this side is not. And we also get a couple of cup holders over here. But one of the coolest things about the bed is that this comes with an integrated power supply over here. So this is 120 volts. You can run it, I think, up to 400 watts. And the engine needs to be running, but this is super useful if you're at your campsite too. And of course, you've got this bed liner, this hard bed liner. But there is a downside for all this. This is a short bed only. This is only 5 feet long. So if I lie down on here, which is a super bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyhow, I can't really take a nap here super comfortably when I'm going camping. But the other thing is, of course, is that these things take up a lot of space. If you look at it, the distance between these, I think we measured it before, is only about 33 inches, something like that. So you are losing a lot of luggage, or rather a lot of lumber capacity. If you're building stuff, it's just not as useful if you're doing construction. So this is really aimed at people who want to go off-road, who want to go camping, who want to go away for the weekend, and don't want to spend a ton of money on the TRD Pro. With the V6, you also get a towing package. This can tow up to 6,400 pounds, which is not bad for a little V6, and you get a bunch of coolers, which I think is really important. You get an engine oil cooler, you get a transmission cooler, you get a power steering cooler, and you get trailer sway assist. Now, with the Trail Edition, you also get a locking rear differential, which is going to help you when you're on trails. And of course, this is a 4x4, so on the inside, you've got a conventional transfer case, a 2-speed transfer case that you can move with just a touch of the button. And let's talk about the interior.
Want a taco?
We're done with that joke.
I know, they were looking pretty gross anyway.
Let's talk about this interior. So, it's been around since 2016. I think it's pretty functional. We've got some basic surfaces, but what do you think of like the controls?
I like the fact that there's just physical knobs for everything. You don't have to interact with a screen. Everything's really easy to use, easy to change the temperature. Everything's really simple.
We get an 8-inch screen. It's sort of responsive. It's definitely the last generation. We get Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto.
Yeah, let's go back here though. Yeah, definitely has that old kind of Toyota style. All right, I almost fit in here. Not bad.
It's all right. I got like a decent amount of headroom, knee room.
It's all right.
Not so hot.
There's some storage under here though, right?
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
You got a little bit of storage under the seat here. There's a bigger storage on the other side. And then also you got a little storage behind this rear seat. Not super huge, good enough for a license plate frame and maybe a couple bottles of soda. So the exterior has been around since about 2016. They've made it a little more chunkified, I think. And we do get this gold is best.
I love this chunkified grill. That looks awesome. So how are we saving that $7,000? You talked about a few things. I noticed there's some blank panels right here.
Well,
Is that what we're saving?
No fog lights.
Okay.
There's definitely no LEDs here. I can look and I can actually see the halogens or the xenon bulbs in here.
So how else are we saving that $7,000?
Well, what you're not seeing back here is Fox shocks. We just got some traditional dampers back there. They're internally valved, the Fox shocks, and I think they're worth maybe not the $7,000, but they're pretty good. We also have no special exhaust and no crawl control.
Bummer.
Yeah, you got to crawl it manually with your foot on the brake and the accelerator, just like they did it in the old days.
You can do it.
We talked about the off-road capability. Let's take it off-road, see how it does. We're on the Tacoma Trail Edition on an actual trail, driving it around. And these springs, which are raised up a little bit to give you a little bit of extra clearance, it is a little bit firmer on the road, but on a terrible surface like this, actually the ride quality is kind of right on the money. I think it's pretty good. We've got a ton of ground clearance, and I'm going over some pretty terrible road here, but certainly not a challenge for this truck at all, but you wouldn't want to take your car here. And this engine, this is an absolute workhorse. This thing is designed to go the distance, and of course it has, because there's so many of these on the road and still on the road. It's a very reliable engine by every account, and it's made it to the 6-speed automatic transmission, which is not particularly modern. I just want to put that out there. It's kind of slow. It kind of revs in the highway a little bit. It's a little bit slow to downshift, but again, this is a very tried and true and tested transmission. You can tow with this, you can really abuse it, and that's kind of what you're getting with a truck like this. You're not getting the latest and greatest technology. This truck is getting a little bit old in the tooth, coming out in 2016, but you're buying a lot of reliability, and that's the main reason to get something like that. And with these big tires, it's having no trouble at all on this trail. I wouldn't expect it to. And the one thing I gotta mention with that engine, the gas mileage is not very good. Whoa, all right, there we go. There's the ground clearance working for us. I'm getting about 13 to 14 miles a gallon. I've been driving up and down the freeways. I've been going on trails like this, and I've been going on canyon roads and in the city. Right now it shows 13.5. So if you're looking to get this truck and you're looking for a lot of gas mileage, a lot of MPG, this truck is gonna be a little bit expensive to run, probably just as expensive to run as a V8 from some other manufacturers. So let's go and let's talk about what this truck is actually gonna cost you to run. How much money are you actually gonna pay to drive this thing 1,000 miles? So at about 16 miles per gallon, which is about what I've been getting in mixed use, that's about 63 gallons of gas. And at today's prices, it's about $4.25 a gallon. We're looking at about $265 to go 1,000 miles. And to make a completely ridiculous comparison with my Mustang Mach-E GT Performance, one of the least efficient electrics on the road, it would take about 510 kilowatts to go the same 1,000 miles. Charging at home at 20 cents per kilowatt, it cost about $100. But obviously, this is not a really fair comparison. If you're buying a truck, you're probably not looking at an SUV. If you're looking for an off-road capable truck and you like Toyota, this is definitely a go-to. I would strongly consider this. It's relatively inexpensive. The Trail Edition really adds a lot of value, and you've got the famous Toyota V6 reliability. My name is Eric. I hope you liked this video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. See you in the next one.